Okay, we're back with this replacement procedure. I decided that since I'm doing this entire thing and making a tutorial on it, I'm going to go ahead and use the entire Fiero Store kit, and that way we'll know whether all the hoses fit correctly or not. Now when you pull the hose off the vacuum pipe, make sure that when I pulled mine off, I could see how rusted it was. Run a little emery cloth around it, just scrape off all of the surface rust that's on there, as that'll help to ensure a better seal with the hose. Okay, and now we're going to install the can with both new hoses on it, and let's see how we do. Now remember, you're going to have to go in to the left first to clip the rear clip on, and then you're just going to seat the can over the forward clip, and you're pretty much done. So I'm going to install it now, and then we'll be right back with the fit in it. Okay, here we go with the can fully installed. And if we take a look at the hose from the Fiero store, you can see that even though it is a little bit shorter and it's not bent exactly like the original, it still works. It still fits perfectly fine there. And no kinks, so you should be a-okay with using it. So there it is, one answer to our question. Now let me just give you a little tip on something else when you're installing this, and I'll show you on the old can. When you pull the old can out, you're going to notice this clip is already spread open from being in the car. The new one on the Fiero store fits very, very tight, as it's a brand new bracket and it's mounted very, 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 very tightly. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to open it up just a little bit and walk it onto the bracket, and just depending on how much you open it, depends on how much force you're going to have to use on it. I just opened it slightly because I wanted a nice tight fit on the bracket, and had to use a little bit of muscle to convince it to go where I wanted it to go. But it mounted perfectly, exactly like the original. And as you can see in here, after I got a little smuts on it, it's in there exactly like the original. And the lines work. All I have to do now is reinstall the cruise control servo, and the job is done. This is basically a job where, if you're not filming a YouTube video, it should take you roughly, I would say, about a half an hour to do. It's a very simple installation, and you're only going to be removing 4 bolts and 1 clip to get that to get the entire thing out. So let me put it back together, and then we'll come back with the finished product. Alright guys, we're all back together now. As I said, this is a job that shouldn't take you any more than half an hour to do, unless you're making a video, in which case and holding a camera and doing this at the same time really is going to increase that time. But let's take another look. Here we have the Fiero store hoses installed. Everything fits. So if you have to do this job and you order the part from them, don't worry about the hose routing and the fact that the hose is a little bit shorter, because it does fit perfectly fine. And there's the new can installed, just like the original. At some point I'm going to have to remove this whole thing again and just detail it and clean everything out. Everybody who knows me with this car knows what a neat freak I am with it. So all of this is going to come apart again, just to be cleaned. But it's a quick, simple repair. And you can get your cruise control working again. For people who like to use it on long drives, this will get you going. All right, well, that's it for this repair. And we'll be coming to you with a couple more things as we go along through the summer. So get out there, drive your cars, have some fun, and I'll see you on the next one.